And welcome to my new YouTube channel. My name's Dan, this is my blue van, and coming up in this YouTube channel I'm going to be converting this blue van into a budget style camper van using just recycled materials that I've found on the road. A little bit of TLC, I can make this into a beautiful off the grid tiny home. First off, I'm going to start off with the van build and then getting on the road. So let's get to it.
Okay, stop. Let's go back to a time before I had the van, and I was in Ireland looking on all the online sites for the perfect van, and I couldn't find one until I came across this 1.9 litre diesel turbo Citroen Relay.
Okay, so I finally found a nice van. Saw it there on an online site, and I'm gonna go check it out. Drive up on the motorbike and see is it alright for me. Okay, so here it is. It's the Citroen Relay I'm going to buy. It's a little bit banged up, but you know what? I'm going to give it a new bit of paint. The tyres are good. A little bump in the door, but the engine seems fine, and I'm actually quite excited to get started, get working on it. I'm just not too sure what colour I'm going to paint it yet. Home sweet home. Back to you there, thank you very much.
Not a bother.
Hey, she's away. Alright, so I've actually never driven a van of this size before, and it's funny, I noticed how the sun blocker, wherever that's held up, it's held up by a peg or a golf tee. Pretty funny. But yeah, I've never driven a van of this size before. It's quite interesting. It's much bigger than I was expecting it to be. It's quite wide on the road, and it's certainly got a good presence. Okay, so I brought down the van to the builder providers and picked up a few battens, and now it's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to lay out the floor, put in the battens with a bit of grip fill, and lay them down, let it set, and then put it on the floor, insulate it, then put on the floor. Okay, now that we have the battens in with the grip fill and it's all set, it's nice and snug, it's now time to put in this 1 inch insulation we have. This is just a therm solid foam insulation. We're going to lay that out, and then we're going to put in the flooring. So just to save the time on it, we're going to run through time lapse and get it done like that. So now I got all my insulation in. What I'm going to do now is put in this laminate wood flooring. And where I got this, I actually found this in a skip, or it was given to us. Someone was cleaning out their house, redoing their kitchen or something, and they had loads of this that was kind of ripped up. You know, the sides are a bit damaged and stuff, but you can get this in most hardware stores. So I'm just going to line the bottom of the van with that, and just stick it on time lapse again, so it doesn't seem like such a long time. that's it. Less than 24 hours. It was the quickest van floor I ever put in. In total, like we did it over 2 days, or over 1 day, but in total it took us about 5 hours to put in the battens, get the insulation, put in the insulation, cut all of this sort of sheeting to size, and then install that as well. Next job I'm going to do, I'm going to try insulate the sides, the walls and the panels, and maybe the roof as well. I was thinking of putting a V-sheeting roof along the top, and then I'll be able to hit the road. Nice snug little van. I'm looking forward to it.
So what's going on here? I got some old V sheeting out of a friend's place that was being thrown out, so I'm just burning it to give it a really cool effect. It's going to look great when it's all oiled up.
Alright, so what I got here, I went down to the local scrapyard and I picked this up. I'm going to use it as a sunroof for the van, and I picked this up for about €20. It's off an old Mitsubishi Colt, so I'm going to go install that now. Hey, so okay, now it's Monday and we're an exact week away from departure. We're heading from Cork to Santander, and the pressure's getting high, we could say, to get these vans on the road. Goff's van's coming on great, awesome. We've been working on that quite a bit, got nice heaters in it, and you know, it's all coming along nicely. But we've 1 week away and I still need to fully deck out my van, and I'm just starting to feel a bit of the pressure of it all building up on me. Come on, I'll show you inside. So I have been sleeping in it, excuse the bed, it's all a bit messy, but yeah, so I just have the floor in. I got these batteries and stuff here. I've got a little fuse board and a voltmeter reader for the batteries, and I got one of these little battery relays from vehicle to leisure batteries as well. And see these little batteries, they were free actually. My buddy picked them up in his college. He actually found them in a bin, and I checked the voltage on them and they all seem pretty good. So I'm going to stick a load of them together, make one big bank to store my electricity. And apart from that, I have a solar panel. I have a solar panel on the way. Not a very powerful one, only about 20 watts or so, but that's fine with me. It's all I need. I'm going to be driving a bit. That's going to charge batteries. I don't have a lot of electricity to use anyway, just for like the odd light here and there. And I have anything else. I have a little heater on the way as well. Hopefully that doesn't need too much electricity either. I don't think it will. I think it'll be okay. Yeah, apart from that, just getting a little bit anxious about this whole trip, because it's going to be coming up quick and I got to make it work as soon as possible. So right now I'm going to connect up those batteries up into the relay, and so run from the vehicle battery through the relay into the leisure batteries and make a little box for them to sit in. And I'll get back to you, see how I'm getting on. Hey, good morning. So yeah, I'm up. It's about 5:30. Today's the day we're going to head off. Well, I'm heading off to Galway today to go to a party and go celebrate with my mates for 2 days, and then head down to Cork. I'm going to meet up with my dad there, and then head off to Santander. The reason why I'm up so early today is I'm going into town to meet someone before they head off to work. I'm buying a mattress, a futon off them, like a futon, you know, like those fold-out bed things, and I'm going to put that in the van. So I'm trying to get up, beat the traffic, get the sunrise, went for a little stretch there, a little run, so kind of feeling awake, but it's going to be a big day. So I got into town, picked up the futon, €30. Now I'm heading to Galway for the final goodbye sound system party.
of Ireland, and I was about to head over to Cork to catch my ferry over to Spain on my way to Morocco, and I ended up my ferry got cancelled because there was a storm, so I drove back to Dublin to meet some friends, and accidentally scratched my van off another car, and one thing led to another. I couldn't prove my insurance. I had a bit of a problem with that, and then my van, my home got seized, and I had to take everything out of my van, and the van has now gone off to a an impound. It's now been impounded, and now I'm trying to get over some more obstacles. I'm trying to get a bit of money to see can I get it out of the impound. That should be exciting enough. Yeah, it's just, there's something out there that's like making sure that I have the most problems as possible on this journey. But it's important to keep a strong head and be able to get over this and keep going on so I can make it to Morocco. I'm not going to let this get me down.
Okay, so and where in Wexford is this tax office?
Where in Wexford is the tax office?
Dungarvan in Wexford.
Carricklawn,
County Wexford. Okay.
Carricklawn, County Wexford. Yeah.
Okay, so that's where I gotta go. Okay, brilliant. Thank you very much for your help. You've been very helpful.
What form do you need for the stamp?
Thank you very much. Bye bye. Okay, so that's hopefully. So I have to go get proof of insurance, bring it to the Garda station, get my tax. And I have to get my insurance, get my tax, and I have to do all of that before 3 today, and get back to Dublin and get my van out of the impound before that time. So it's all go. Hopefully I get it all done today, because I can't afford to have my van in the impound another day. They're going to charge me another €100. So one thing after another, but I'm going to get through this. Okay, so just a little update of how I'm getting on. Good news, I got my vehicle tax from my van. That was a lot of work. I went to the tax office down at the bottom of the country in a town called Wexford, and to tax the van, and then they said, oh no, you can't tax it, that's going to be €700, and I don't have €700, so I had to go to the Garda station to prove that I had a company, get a stamp, and go back to the tax office, and then I was able to pay for my tax. And then, so I got my tax, and now, so I have to do all of this before 5 o'clock, otherwise the impound is going to charge me another €100 for the day. So I'm heading back towards Bray now. It's now 4:20, and going back to Bray to get a certificate signed to release my van that I have tax and insurance by the Garda in Bray, and then I have to go from the Garda in Bray to the impound and get my van released before that time. So it's getting dark, time's getting on. I hope I get all this done by the end of the day, because I don't actually have another €100 to give them, and I'm going to be stuck if that happens. So best of luck. Alright, so yesterday was a great success. I got all my okay, no cursing. Alright, so yesterday was a great success. I got all my paperwork I needed. I got permission from the Garda to take my van out of the impound, and now all I have to do is go to the impound and go collect my van, and hopefully there's not going to be any more trouble in the way. So I'm just on my way to the impound now, and yeah, I'll update you when I get there. Well, looks like I'm back in my ship. There she is, the van. I'm back. Just got it out of the impound. That was the fucking hardest thing I've ever had to do. Excuse my language. I had to go get insurance, had to go get tax, had to go get all these things proved to the Garda to get my van let out, and it took me like 5 days. It was costing a lot of money each day, and that was head wrecking. And you know, it's kind of made this whole journey a bit more interesting because I'm going to have less money to be traveling with, which is going to make the whole journey a little bit more interesting. And yeah, looking forward to getting on the road. So right, away we go. Just when you think you've lost your van, you've lost your home, you've lost your license, like everything was going to go bad, I was going to get a conviction for this, I gotta say, sitting back in the ship is a very good feeling. And being on the road again with the feeling of wind between my sails pushing me along. Wow. Next stop, Cork, get on the ferry and then off to Santander, Spain. Let's go. Okay, so it's late in the evening, but I have my van, I have everything I need, everything's all packed up. So I'm gonna head from Dublin to Cork, and except the only thing, my passport's gone missing. So I'm gonna see, will they let me on the ferry without the passport? Oh, I just found my passport. So right, okay. Amazing! I found my fucking passport. Right, time to get it. It's amazing, I just found my passport. Okay, it's time to get on the road. And there's the ferry. Now, how do I get into the port? That's the ferry I'm supposed to be boarding there. So we're almost there. I can't wait to get out of here. Get on that boat and head off to Spain. Yo, it's getting close.
Okay, well that's it. Hopefully you can hear me okay. So after all of them obstacles, everything getting in the way, try to stop me getting on this boat to head off to northern Spain en route to maybe Morocco. I'm here. Fantastic.